Hi my friend, this is Cissy. Welcome to my channel. In today's reading, we're going to explore what is going on in your relationship or situationship, especially you are in separation, you're in a no contact mode, you're not talking to each other, and you are curious to find out that what is going on with the other person. We are going to explore your relationship or situationship before the separation right now and what you can expect in the near future. If this person is going to come back, if you're going to talk to each other, there's reconciliation, or it's something that you need to let go with. And we will also see what Spirit has for you along the way. Today you have 3 piles to choose from. Note that pick these cards, whichever the 3 numbers that resonate with you or the pile that resonate with you. I'm going to shuffle these cards back into their deck. So these 2 of Swords themselves will not necessarily show up in your reading. Also, you can look at the screen and see which card jump out to you or which number jump out to you. And then you can go from there. Pile 1 is the 2 of Wands from the Muse Tarot deck. Pile 2 is the 2 of Swords from the Light Shears Tarot deck. And then pile 3 is the Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot deck, also 2 of Swords. So pick your pile and I will see you at your reading. Hi group 1, if you pick 2 of Voices from the Muse Tarot, this is your reading. Now, when I first asked the Spirit to describe you and the other person, Spirit showed me the Beaver Spirit. It says, lay a solid foundation. And the other person was described as the Bee Spirit. It says, sweet results await. These cards were connected and they fall off together. They are 6 and 7. It shows me that this was a loving connection that at some point you find very related to each other. It wasn't meant to be a substantial relationship in your life. Both spirit represents hard work. Both beaver and the bee, they put a lot of work into what they are meant to do, into their life purpose. And they're both small animals. I don't mean by the size, but rather you two were very related at some point in this connection. Before the separation, I asked the Spirit to describe your relationship, and I got the Star, number 27, 7 of Pentacles, and 10 of Pentacles. What these 3 cards show me is that at some point you made promise to each other. You both have inspiration, you both have wishful hope that this relationship will last a lifetime. Possibly you want to build a family together, and you both understood that any relationship, especially romantic relationship or even marriage, require a lot of hard work, and you were aligned on these, that you were hopeful, you wanted to work together. When it comes to the current energy, however, it seems like there are a lot of heavy burden. I'm not even sure if you're in talking terms anymore, because I got 10 of Voices. That's the 10 of Swords. That's a heavy energy that implies burden, betrayal, dishonesty, burned out, stab at the back, a feeling of exhaustion, resentment, and there's not much that I can do to improve the situation anymore. And then you got a number 2, the Priestess. The Priestess is a card that symbolizes divine intervention, inspiration. You or the other person may be having a lot of spiritual downloads, that you are growing spiritually and you're receiving message from the divine. And then you get the Knight of Voices reversed. The Knight of Voices, the Knight of Swords, is a card of communication, fast moving energy, but this one came out reversed. Make me feel like you're in a situation that should have been constant communication, fast speed progress, but it's not happening. And then the last card to describe your current energy is number 11, Justice, but it came out reverse. Justice is a card that shows us that you're in the process, or your relationship is in the process of evaluating itself. Possibly you're going through legal process. So if you were married to this person, you two are going through divorce and it's not going well. Meaning, because you or this person, or both of you, are feeling exhausted. You just don't have that connection anymore. And I feel cold energy from this relationship. You had so much hope before, but now it's at a point that you question, does it even worth it? Why I'm still putting effort to this connection, and would this lead to anything? And then I asked the spirit, what would happen if you continue on this path? What this relationship will amount to? We get Two of Pentacles. It looks like someone within this relationship have options, and this person is contemplating, should I go with path A or path B? And then you got Ace of Cup reversed. Ace of Cup is, when it comes out upright, it's the beginning of a relationship. There are a lot of love to give. It shows me that within this relationship, there are still connections, there are still love feelings, but it's just not the same anymore. It's like I have all these feelings, but I don't even know how to give to you anymore because we don't talk to each other. We just don't synchronize with each other anymore. Where is the compatibility? Like, you are pouring your emotions, but there's no reciprocate response. The last card that talk about the immediate future of this relationship is this Ten of Swords. So you have two Ten of Swords come out upright. One is in the current energy, one is in the near future. So it feels like, can I just be straightforward, that this connection is coming to a slow end. And if you are in the process of divorce, it is happening because not only this connection, it's like both people still want to work it out, but they don't know how anymore. And it happens in a marriage, you know. It's just life, because I feel like this guy who's seen the Ten of Swords, he's ice cold. He's gone. He's dead. Not all the Ten of Swords card, the person in the card is dead, but this guy is dead. And this card is in your near future. So, yeah. Long story short, I think you had a history together. You plan to be in each other's life till death do you apart. But right now, there's no connection. There's minimum interaction. And when there is communication, it's not at the same wavelength. And then the Starseed Oracle card showed me that it says, I'm sorry, defenselessness, righting past wrong, uprooting. I think one of you did something, or maybe both of you did something that hurt each other. And it's time to say, I'm sorry, apologize, and let it go. Because what you're looking for is a win-win situation. You're looking for a win-win outcome. Full moon in Libra, that means if you are going through a divorce, that is what you should be inspired to do. A resolution that's benefiting both of you. That will be helpful for both of you to release any negative energy that's result from this connection, and then build yourself anew. Okay, now I want to see what advice Spirit have for you. This card jumped out right away. It says, ask your angels. Do you know how to work with your angels or your spirit guide? So this is how I do it. If I'm in a very frustrated situation, I will call up my spirit guide. I call them my spirit guide because I'm not religious. I don't call them angels. I just say that, okay, spirit, this is my situation. Please help me. And then I will state the resolution that I want, the result that I want. And then give spirit some time to work it out, because not every situation resolves itself right away. And also, ask your angel, do you know when you ask something, the best way to receive the message is to meditate. So after you ask your question, give the spirit some time and then meditate. Quiet your mind and see what's coming. Yeah. Spirit is literally saying that there's something better. I really feel like you had a sweet connection before. Something happened. Now you two are not talking anymore, and there are a lot of heavy feelings going on within both of you, and you're possibly going through a legal separation. This is it. And even the spirit have confirmed that, unfortunately, this is the end of the connection, and there will be something better out there for you. And now, in the process of separation, both of you need to negotiate, communicate, or do whatever that's best for yourself and for each other, and come out win-win situation. Now I want to ask the Hidden Truth Oracle to see what this person wants to say to you. What the other person wants to say to you. Spirit, what does Power One's person want to say to them? The other person wants to say, it was my fault, but I blamed you. The person also wants to say, I am not available. Maybe that's why you're not talking to each other. It does look like the other person is contemplating other options. And then the last message from this person. I hid who I really am from you. I don't know if when you were meeting each other, you were young, and it happens when we're not grown emotionally yet. Sometimes we alter our behavior, alter our appearance to please other people. And over time, that kind of relationship will grow resentment because one of the person is not being who they are. And that's how it feel like to me, that the other person did something that was their wrongdoing, but it turned it against you. It sounds rather narcissist. That's what they do, manipulating the situation and blame the other person, to the point that this person may be moving on. Maybe they're too busy working. They just don't even want to spend time or invest energy to resolve this situation anymore. And also, this person have not been themselves when they were with you. So, yep. And then I want to ask the Romance Angel card and see what message the angels and spirit have for you. Okay, interesting. You know how we said the other person said, I hid who I really am from you? The spirit is telling you that next time you're going to a relationship, getting to know each other is really important. It says, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, you bond deepen. Yeah. I mean, there's no point, like, you can always reveal who you really are to each other within this relationship. But to tell you the truth, I think this one is over. But next time when you get into a new relationship, be who you are. And if the person likes it, great. If the person doesn't like it, maybe this person is not your person. And then you get this one, the religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So, are you and this person being this energy because you grow up, say, a religion that don't support divorce. You know, the thing that differentiate spirituality and religion is that spirituality doesn't ask you to follow a certain thing. Rather, you need to, in every given moment, figure out who you are and be and do things that resonate of your own value. That is how I would like to live my life, and I can say for the most part that is how I live my life. So I think religious factor may be the reason that's holding you back from proceeding to the next level and still just being this ton of source energy of exhaustion, like frustration and depression even. And then the last card Spirit wants to tell you is that you deserve love and you're lovable. So my feeling is, even though this might be a very significant for you at some point, it is time to release it because you're not compatible anymore. There's so much hurdle to mend this relationship. And it takes two to tango, you know? I don't even know if the other person wants to save this relationship. It's only causing you depression and sadness, and seems like it's preventing you to pursue the love that you deserve because you're lovable. This is what I have for you, Part 1. Thank you for listening. If you resonate with this video, please leave me a comment, like this video, subscribe, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you and good luck. Hi, Pal 2. If you pick the Two of Swords from the Light Shears Tarot, this is your reading. When I asked the Spirit to describe you and the other person, I got number 26, the Flamingo Spirit. It says, embrace the in-between. And then the other person is described as number 48, the Porcupine Spirit. And description says, time for beginner mind. It shows me that you are both individuals who like to involve themselves, constant learning, and better themselves. The only difference is this flamingo person is halfway in between the past self and the new self. This person have been working on themselves for a while and they are making progress, versus the other person is just at the beginning of the journey. Even though this person might be older, significantly older than the other person, but spiritually speaking, the other person is farther along in their inner work. When I asked the Spirit to describe your past relationship, I got the Eight of Pentacles, Four of Wands, Three of Swords, and Ten of Cups. It shows me that you were in a committed relationship before. You may even have kids together, 2 kids. You may got married before, and you know that commitments need a lot of work, and you did put into the work. But there were a situation where one of you feel threatened, insecure in the relationship. Maybe one person did something that make the other person feel uncomfortable and feel threatened. But overall, you had a beautiful family together and you get along great. You might even be soulmates in twin flame. You had a beautiful family together. You had a beautiful history. And then when it comes to current energy, we got number 10, the Tower. It's a major arcana. Number 5, the Hierophant. This is the happiest Hierophant I've seen. We got Ace of Pentacles and Queens of Wands. So the reading is about separation, meaning you guys are not talking to each other or you're not in frequent communication. And what it shows me was between the past threaten or heartbreak, but it was not severe heartbreak. It was like incidents that hinted there might be situation one of you feel hurt, but nothing substantial happened. But maybe because of these small things added up together, there was a terrible moment happening in this connection This is also the most beautiful tower moment I've seen, that it just sparked new ideas. I think even though you're in separation, it seems like one of you are experiencing his or her spiritual awakening, and the other person is experiencing a lot of creativity. So both of them are happy in their own energy, in their content, and they're experiencing their own growth. And there might be something that one of you or both of you are working on related to projects, financial projects that will bring prosperity. So even though you're in separation, it seems like you are both taking care of yourself. You are learning how to be happy when you are on your own feet. You're learning how to embrace life, how to find joys in every small detail that you're encountering. So next I asked the spirit what we can expect in the near future. The first card we got was number 1, the Magician. And then we got number 9, 9 of Wands. And then we got Page of Swords. So between you and this person, the universe is saying that you two have all the resources on your hand. If you want a reconciliation, it is possible. Anything is possible in your situation because you two are both powerful beings that are willing to work on themselves. And you are both making tremendous progress. And if you do want to get together, there is a way. And also, communication is key. Page of Swords, it's young, it's fast, it's sharp-minded. So it shows me that in the near future, if you do want to talk to each other, one of you, since you're watching this, pick a card, maybe you should take an initiative and start a communication again. But know that at the beginning, when you both get together again, maybe you will both feel defensive. You will both feel guarded because you have past wound. But it just take work, and especially communication. You can both overcome this. Because even these two guys are tired. They have blood on their sleeve, on their head. They're still standing right by each other, shoulder to shoulder. There is a possibility. And then for Spirit's advice, we got luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is a spontaneous, adventurous zodiac. And new moon represents a new beginning. So it does seem like Spirit is hinting that there will be a new beginning on this connection, and luck is on your side. Meaning you don't need to think about the worst scenario. Just do it, communicate it, show the other person your intention, and there is a chance. And then you also get inner earth. You will survive this. New solutions and beginnings. So this card again is showing us that there will be a new beginning. Whether to be with this person or not, there is something new that's coming. And you will survive this because you're already working on this individually. So either way, both of you are happy on your own. And this is the most powerful connection there is, that you had a history and it was good. You had the emotion, you had a family, and you both are willing to put in the work to work on each other. And they're full of hope on this board. So there's a hope that you will reconcile. Next, let's see what the other person wants to communicate to you, but they're not saying. I knew exactly what I was doing. Okay? What does the other person want to communicate to pile 2? You and I were too young. I replaced our conversation over and over. So there are a lot of mental energy with the other person. They do think about you, and they think something happened between you guys were due to immaturity, And you might underestimate the other person at some point, because they're saying, I knew exactly what I was doing. Maybe they did something and then you told them to do it a different way. And they were like, if you want me to do it, I have to do it my way. But then you had a fight. And here it says, yes, this is your soulmate. Whoever you're inquiring about, this is your soulmate. However, soulmate for me is someone that you have a soul contract with. It does not necessarily mean you're going to be with this person forever, though, because I believe we can have many, many soulmates in a lifetime. Like, it could be your ex-girlfriend, ex-boyfriend, ex-husband, ex-wife. They couldn't be your soulmate, but even soulmates have a soul contract that can end at some point after you both learn your lesson, or one of the person helped the other person learn their lesson. So it just tells you that, yes, this connection, whoever you're inquiring about, is an important person in your life. And then what else Spirit want to tell us? Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. Yeah, I think both of you still think of each other, even though you're totally fine independent, but there is a connection, and that's why Spirit is saying that if you want this connection to work out, start communicating, and you have all the tools you need. Third card to jump out says past life relationship. This soulmate of yours, you had a connection in past life. You have known each other before. This is not talking about childhood. This is a different lifetime. This is not the first time that you're in each other's life. It makes me feel like you were together before and you were a really good couple. The kind that you were compatible, you love each other, you were supportive. There were issues, but they were not huge deal breakers. But along the way, something happened recently, caused you two to be in separation. Even now, you two are still actively working on yourself, mentally, physically, spiritually, even financially. It seems like one of you are, or both of you are starting new projects that can bring prosperity. And Spirit is saying that you have all the tools you want if you want to work out this connection. Except that know that when you first get to each other, you need to communicate well. There are things that you need to talk it out. And then the last card you get is trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. So the cubic is at the corner of the car, and these two are holding each other. I really think you have a chance, a big chance, because look at all these cards. Just couples holding each other. I think even though you're in separation and you're making progress, this is a connection that's worth your time and investment to look into. I want to ask Spirit some last information about this connection. The Spirit is saying that no need to worry. I think it's telling us that one of you will resolve this situation, meaning you don't need to worry about it too much. You will come together again. The situation will improve. This is one of those situations that you need patience, and something will amount to this. Spirit, can you tell us as timing? When can they get back together? Spirit is saying yes, yes, you will get together, but what about timing? Can you give us some timing, please? Within the next few months. Okay. Within the next few months, you will get back together. Well, at least you will talk things out and hopefully work out something, because there is some connection here and Spirit is on your side. Okay, part 2. This is all I have. I hope you resonate with the message. And if you do, leave me a comment. And I hope you like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. I will see you next time. High Pile 3, if you pick the Two of Swords from the Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot deck, this is your reading. When I asked the spirit about your energy and the other person's energy, I got number 25, the elephant spirit. It says, learn from the past. And the other person is represented by the crow spirit. Co-create with spirit, number 17. So what I feel from this card is that there is an age gap between the connection, and also even how you look is different. One person may be petite, the other person is strong and big. Also, the other person like to talk about the past. They have a lot of experience versus the other person is young and creative and is new on embarking their journey, but that person is very connected with spirit. And that person is on a upward trajectory that's succeeding their projects very quickly. It could be that when you first meet each other, one person is already established, have reputation, a great career, versus the other person is still young and new to a lot of things. When I asked the spirit to describe your past relationship, I got the Star. It's a major arcana, number 17. I got the Ace of Pentacles. I got the Chariot. It's even possible that you two met through work. That you could be a coworker, you might work for this person or vice versa. And there were a lot of hope with the new project that you were working on. And there were determination that the two of you were going to work together and conquer the world, conquer the project. When it comes to the current energy, we got the Ace of Swords. And then we got the Hangman reversed. And then we got the Five of Wands reversed. What I feel from the current energy was that there might be some argument happened and sharp words were spoken that hurt people. When I look at this Ace of Swords, different from the other deck, the hand is holding onto the sword. If you place your hand on the blade, you will hurt your hands, right? So it seems like during the harsh communication, not only the other person gets stabbed, the person who spoke the word also feel the pain. It's like this person said something that they didn't mean to. They said it when they were too emotional, and they will regret for saying those words. As a result, there were internal conflicts. There were indecision, delusion, delay, and missed opportunity, as if things were happening quickly, but there were conflicts. Now you are not talking to each other because you're not sure about the other person's intention. Are they still the person that I first met? Are they still truthful to me? Are they still trustworthy? There are a lot of internal conflicts that are going on right now. When I asked the spirit what's going to happen next, I got Seven of Pentacles reversed, Queen of Pentacles upright, and Three of Wands. You see, the entire reading, I have a lot of pentacle energy. Make me feel like this might even be a work connection rather than a romantic connection. If it is romantic, you two work with each other somehow. And from the After Tarot, I feel like one of you is feeling that you're putting a lot of effort into the project, but you're losing patience. And you're assessing whether your effort is correlated to the result that you're getting in the near future. And one of you, though, might feel like they got what they expected. They feel like there is fruits come out of the hard work. And then the other person, at the meantime, is planning for the future. This future can maybe or may not be related to this connection, but one of you is working on moving on to the next journey. So from the tarot cards, I can't really tell how this connection is playing out. So let's see what the oracle cards tells us, and then we're going to pull some romance angel deck, and we're going to see what the other person want to say to you. When it comes to oracle card, we got a fiery climax approaches, full moon and Aries. This card, along with Ace of Swords, make me feel like some argument had happened. And it was a very heated debate that one of you should have contained yourself. Harsh words were said that might have damaged to both of you. And then you get, you're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness, face your true north, and you are not alone. Isolation, physical connection, community. I feel like you or the other person have a lot of supports around you. You do have a soul tribe that you constantly speak to and connected to. That's why you're not alone. But also, you're not for everyone. Like, I'm not for everyone. I'm very straightforward. I don't think everyone can like take my energy. I'm like a walking trigger to a lot of people because I speak the truth and not everyone is ready for the truth. So yeah, I think the Ace of Swords and the full moon in Aries, along with you're not for everyone, is telling me that one of you in this connection tend to be very harsh with their words, even though they're truth. Not everyone can take it. And you get the full moon in Aries. Full moon is a sign of completion. It's a time to release. So I think there's something that one of you need to work on, is either to be flexible when you approach people or stick with your community, because that's where you can be who you are. Anyway, let's see what the other person want to say to you. What does the other person want to say to pile 3? Okay. The other person is saying that the timing wasn't right for us, that we will be together again. I don't react when people mention you. And it's time for me to heal now. These words make me feel like you did meet at a work or friend zone connection at the beginning. You have fond impression of each other and you liked each other. However, one of you tend to speak in a way that is less sensitive on how other people react to them. It seems like you are that person, and the other person right now is healing themselves, not just because of you though, because you might have triggered the other person because of who you are, because you are so raw, you are so straightforward, and you always speak your truth. It triggered this person because it caused them to reflect of their behavior, of their thoughts. Right now they need some time. Yeah, you trigger this person pretty severely because they used to react when people mention you. So now it's possible that you haven't talked to each other for a while. This person needs some time to themselves. Let's look at the Romance Angel card and see what Spirit have for you about this connection. It says, release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. Did you have an ex when you two encountered that play a role in this connection or caused you guys say things? Well, it's time to release your ex so you can move forward, it seems like. Second card we got is getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost self to each other, you bond deeply. I think you have no problem doing this. It's the other person. Maybe due to childhood wound or whatever, they are not used to be so upfront with the new people they meet. And that might cause you some trouble. And that's the lesson that the other person is learning. And then the angel is saying, forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. Yeah. Exactly. Both of you need to forgive and learn from what you went through. This might be a connection that meant to happen in your life, so both of you learn from each other. You know, not all connections are for a lifetime. This seems like a connection that you cause each other to learn and grow spiritually. It might be just a phase thing. Yeah, communication came out again. It says communicate clearly. Clearly, concisely. Maybe list out bullet points. Maybe you two have different ways of communication, and that was a big burden in your relationship. Especially one of you tend to be more aggressive in your communication. Again, Spirit saying that let go. Release your ex. There's something about your ex that's playing in this connection that's causing trouble. Can you let go of your ex? I think that's what the other person wants from you. And Spirit want you to know that there's going to be big happy changes coming. Stay optimistic. I feel like this reading is like a maybe reading. I can tell that you were fond of each other at the beginning, but through the communication, something break down. Now, in the near future, both of you are focusing on your plan and your future. Either you let go of this connection, or Spirit is saying that work on your communication style, forgive and learn from what just happened in the recent past. Scratch everything to zero and get to know each other again. Like one of you need to make the initiation to reach out to the other person and say, give me another chance. I want to give us another chance. And as long as you or both of you or the other person can release their ex, because that seems like a burden of the previous encounter between you and two. And once you can do that, big happy changes are to be expected. And this connection can go either way. You can learn from this connection and then move on. Or you can work on this connection. There are lessons to be learned in this encounter. And that's why you met this person, is what I'm getting. And the other person wants to be together again. So if you are still interested, there is a hope. Thank you, Pile 3. This is your reading. This is all I'm seeing right now. I hope you like your reading. If you do, please like the video, leave me a comment, and subscribe to my channel. I hope to see you next time. Thank you. Bye.